Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 54 of the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden NFL 22. And today we rejoin the Thunderbirds, who are sitting 11-4, and they have a big time matchup here on Thursday Night Football as they are hosting the also 11-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. Now we will have to do it this week without Landon Collins, and we actually need a little bit of depth on the defensive line, so we make one pre-game signing. We signed Nathan Shepard to get some depth along that D-line, but like I said earlier, big time matchup, two 11-4 teams, two squads that are fighting for the respective 1 seeds in their division. Jaguars are coming off of a phenomenal season in Byron Leftwich's first year as head coach. He's brought together a good staff, and we are ready to see who can come away victorious here, as it'll be the Toronto Thunderbirds starting off with the football. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise and football content. As the Thunderbirds start off with the football, Ryan Fitzpatrick makes his way to the field, where so far this series thrown for about 3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. They start off on their own 23-yard line. It's a pass here on 1st and 10. It's a quick pass right side that's almost intercepted, overthrew his receiver there. Now 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick in the pocket gets hit as he throws, as that one falls to the turf. Making it a quick 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick for the 3rd straight time is going to throw for it. He's got nobody open, tries to get something outside the pocket, extend the play, but instead almost gets picked off by C.J. Henderson. And less than 30 seconds into the ball game, the Thunderbirds punt. That's going to bring out the former number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, back in 2021 out of Clemson, having a great sophomore campaign, 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Those yardage and touchdown marks are an NFL leading. They start off on the ground to begin the day. That's the running back James Robinson, who last week had 75 yards on 18 carries and found the end zone twice for a total of 10 touchdowns on the ground this year. 2nd and 6, right back to Robinson, who's also one of the most underrated backs in the NFL. And now the Jaguars find themselves 3rd and 2. They go to Robinson for the 3rd straight time. He's going to pick up the first down as Derek Forrest, in place of the injured Collins, makes the tackle. Now Jaguars go to the air for the first time. It's a quick pass to the tight end. This is Luke Farrell who gets the start today, starting in place of the injured Hayden Hurst as he pushes the Jaguars into plus territory. Now at the 38, Trevor to throw. He has a man short. This is DJ Chark, and Chark's going to race forward for a gain of 11 and move the chains again. Good first drive here by the Jaguars. This is now 1st and 10. Quick pass. That one is batted away. Davis got a hand on that one. Now 2nd and 10. Lawrence back to the air, has pressure in his face and gets hit as he throws. That was Jonathan Allen with the pressure. And quickly it's turned into a 3rd and 10. Lawrence taking a shot to the end zone, overthrows everybody. But the Jaguars strike first with a field goal, now 3-0. Second drive for the Thunderbirds. 2nd and 10, first completion of the day, makes it 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick to throw again, has time in the pocket, finds De'Ami Brown underneath. And the 2nd-year man out of North Carolina moves the chains out to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, another throw from Fitzpatrick. He gets hit as he throws. This one's a wobbler and should have been intercepted. Thankfully, Griffin couldn't make the catch. Stays with the Thunderbirds, now 2nd and 10. They go back to Gibson, now set the all-time record, remember, for most rushing yards in a season. But quickly it's 3rd and 7, so he finds his most trusted target. It's Terry McLaurin, who's going to move the chains on the slant routes and keep this Toronto drive alive. Now out to the 38, they go back to Gibson on the ground. He's going to show some patience, and he's going to pick up some yards. Last week, 199 yards and a touchdown in the victory. 24 to 100 yards already on the season. 2nd and 3, they turn to him again. He's going to run into a couple of his own men, but he's actually going to find the first down marker, just showing that patience off. Now to the 28, back to Gibson. He's tackled quickly. That is Lawrence Guy who makes the tackle. Now 3rd and 3, Fitzpatrick to throw. He's going to scramble outside the pocket, but gets sacked down by Josh Allen. And that's going to end this drive. Thunderbirds kick 3. We're tied up at 3 apiece. Lawrence and the Jaguars, their second drive's off to a solid start. As here's Luke Farrell again as the 2nd-year man of Ohio State gets loose, stepping in nicely, and Lawrence has been able to trust him. Now out to the 30. Lawrence with a 1st and 10 throw again. Checks it down right side. That's Farrell again. Gain of 5. Catch in front of Forrest. 2nd and 5. The motion out the back. Robinson. He's going to go wide right side. And now Lawrence is going to look that way, but he's going to check it down underneath. That's a quick little pickup But just like that, it's 3rd and 3. Lawrence goes empty. He's going to roll to his right, has nobody open, so he throws it out of bounds. But once more, the Jaguars kick 3, and they take a 6-3 lead here into the second quarter. Thunderbirds have taken this drive to midfield. Is on 2nd and 8. They go to Gibson, who's going to barrel through for a first down and get the Thunderbirds out to the 39 of Jacksonville. New set of downs, man in motion into the formation. Fitzpatrick gets hit as he throws, but he still finds Samuel, who might have gained 4, but the center, Chase Rollier, is actually hurt. A little later into this drive, another first down to the 27 as Fitzpatrick has a first down pass, and it's Logan Thomas, the tight end, who's going to race forward to the 11-yard line, and the Toronto Thunderbirds starting to cook. They bring it in tight here. 1st and 10 pass from Fitzpatrick, looks left side, that's Bates. He gains 7, gets them a little bit closer. They bring the man in motion, fake it to the wide receiver, and Gibson is just going to take the handoff and find the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. They take their first lead of the day. It's 10-6 Toronto. So to see how the Jaguars enter the first touchdown of the day. As 1st and 10, Lawrence cannot connect. That's Robbie Anderson out there, who we have yet to see get action today. Now 2nd and 10, Lawrence across the middle. He's going to find his receiver Marvin Jones, who will move the chains and get him out to the 39. ETN checks into the ballgame. The second-year man out of Clemson takes his first carry of the day. It's a rush of 4. He stays in here on 2nd down, but Lawrence is going to throw for it. Pocket is collapsing and just throws it to the bench. Lives to fight another day, but now it's 3rd and 6. Robinson back into the game. He motions out to the left side. Lawrence is going to look deep that way. That's Robinson downfield, and he overthrows him. Makes the catch, but couldn't get the feet in bounds. That's a 52-yard field goal attempt. But Josh Lambo, one of the best in the business, gets it up and through. But the Thunderbirds now still lead 10-9. Speaking of the Thunderbirds, here's a 1st and 10 that results in a sack, as it looks like it was Kaylon, Chason, and Josh Allen who got there. And now it's 3rd and 18 for the Thunderbirds. Fitzpatrick goes play fake, lobs it downfield, has a man open as Terry McLaurin as he gets behind the defense and out of bounds at the 13. There's that deep connection again. Moves them all the way down inside the red zone. And now the very next play, Fitzpatrick drops back to pass. There's a quick hitter to Thomas. He's going to pick up 6 and get Toronto a little closer. 6 minutes to go in the half. Now Fitzpatrick, 2nd and 4, just dumps it to Gibson. That's actually going to be a run that results in a loss of 4. Nice play by Miles Jack, the superstar linebacker. Now 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick checks it down. There's Gibson again on the couch. He's not going to make it to the first thanks to Rashawn Jenkins. But Toronto will push home another field goal, making themselves a 13-9 lead. The Jaguars with the 2-minute warning are out to the 36. Trevor Lawrence, quick pass. That's going to get them about 2. Now on 2nd and 7. Lawrence back to pass again. Throws it to the sidelines. That's caught by Marvin Jones. But it's 3rd and 5. Lawrence, quick pass across the middle. There's a wide open DJ Chark. He's going to move the chains as we get to about the 1-minute mark. Lawrence, next play, looking downfield. He's going to be sacked, brought down by Josh Allen. And that's going to back up this drive. Now 30 seconds left to 2nd and 21. And Lawrence is going to go backwards again and run into another sack. This time Montez Sweat. And Toronto calls timeout. I think they can get the ball back. This will be a 59-yard field goal attempt. But Lawrence is going to take a shot deep to the end zone for Anderson. And they can't connect. So now Josh Lambo with a 59-yarder hits it. So it doesn't really work out. The Jaguars do get the field goal, and that's actually how the first half ends. A pretty good ball game. It's been pretty defensive heavy, but the Thunderbirds take a 1-point lead going into the half. Now it is the Thursday night game, so I'm not really going to spend a lot of time at halftime. You can pause it, take a look at some of the games around the league, but we will check in with those after this one concludes. Jaguars start off with a football here in the second half. They go with a quick draw to ETN. That's swallowed up by Chase Young. Next play, Robinson checks back in. They meet him at the line of scrimmage as well. And actually, Montez Sweat is going to be hurt on the play, injuring his lower back, it looks like. 3rd and 10 for Jacksonville. Lawrence just checks it down. That's not going to get a first down yardage. And actually, Marvin Jones is now hurt deep downfield. He's actually also holding his back. So not a good drive for the Jaguars. Turns the ball back over to the Thunderbirds, who on their very first play of the second half connects with Logan Thomas across the middle, a gain of 18. And that pushes them out to the 44. They come back with an I formation here. Play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick now just checks it down. Actually can't connect. Big hit. Breaks the ball free. 2nd and 10. This time they actually just go with a draw to Gibson, but that's swallowed up. The former Patriot Lawrence Guy there again. And now the left guard Eric Flowers has to come out of the game. So quickly a 3rd and 9 for the Thunderbirds, taking a deep shot right side. And this one is actually going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 2 by Shaquille Griffin. Kind of just results in an arm punt, so not really the end of the world. And it backs up Jacksonville to their own 1-yard line. I'm actually going to go with a quick hitter here on 1st and 10. That's a dangerous pass, but that's Robbie Anderson who moves the sticks, the former Carolina Panther. Now 1st and 10 with a little bit of room. They give it to Robinson, who has a little bit of running room, and pushes the Jaguars out to the 29. So Jacksonville, they got a ways to go, but they're getting this drive off to a solid start. 1st and 10, this isn't going to help as Robinson's met in the backfield by a sea of Thunderbirds. Makes it 2nd and 11. Now a 3 tight end formation, handoff Robinson again, brings a stiff arm. He's actually going to have some space left side. Good run by James Robinson. Gets the Jaguars out to the 48-yard line, picks up the 1st down. And the very next play, going to get the ball again. And another good stiff arm, falls forward and flips the field to the Thunderbirds 48. 2nd and 6, they gave him a breather as now Etienne checks in. He tackles 3 before being down by Davis. And now 3rd and 2. They do go back to the run game. I don't think it worked this time. Robinson stuffed. It looks like it was Yamin Davis and company bringing him down. And that is actually a punt. Thunderbirds get the football back here. Now 2nd and 8. Here's a check down to Gibson, who shakes a defender, but gets back to a gain of 3. And now 3rd and 5. Fitzpatrick to throw. Steps up in the pocket, but he's going to be pushed down for a sack. And the left tackle, Donovan Smith, is hurt on the play. So that's 3 offensive linemen hurt in this ball game for the Thunderbirds. Have to see if that has some pressure later on. Now 2nd and 2 for the Jaguars. Here's a catch and run by Laviska Shenault, who pushes the Jaguars into Toronto territory. Lawrence up to 224 yards passing today. And 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jacksonville with the football. This is a throw to the sideline out of bounds. Now 2nd and 10. Quick 3-step drop by Lawrence. Nobody's open, so he's going to bounce to his left. Keeps his eyes downfield and just checks it down. That's going to be a short game and make it now 3rd and 6. Lawrence flanked by Etienne. Quick pass across the middle, though. This is Laviska Shenault, who's going to move the chains. Catches it in front of Holcomb and out to the 27. Another quick pass. That one was a dangerous quick pass to Shark. Quick incompletion. Makes it 2nd and 10 now. Lawrence drops back to throw. He's going to throw it deep to the back corner, and this one is broken up. Try to look for DJ Chark. Now 3rd and 10 for Jacksonville. Lawrence back to pass again. Throws it left side. He's going to have Farrell, but he's short of the sticks. And Jaguars will kick another field goal. It does give them a 15-13 lead as we enter the final quarter of play. Thunderbirds with the football. They're at their own 46-yard line, but it's a 3rd and 5. But Fitzpatrick's going to use his legs, and he's going to pick up a 1st down before being tackled from behind by Josh Allen. But that's a 16-yard run by the 39-year-old quarterback. Now out to the 39. Fitzpatrick, quick pump fake, throws left side and is intercepted. Picked off for the 2nd time today. Nobody is in front, and this is going to be a pick 6 for Jacksonville. Huge interception picked off by Levi Wallace. And now the Jaguars have a 22-13 lead. Thunderbirds down by 9. And that was almost picked off again. That was hands-on by the defender. 2nd and 10. Toronto's got to get back into this ball game. That's a nice floater for Curtis Samuel. That'll pick up 11 and get them that 1st down. A lot of Jacksonville Jaguars fans, it seems like, as that one should have been picked off as well. Fitzpatrick got lucky a few times today. Now 2nd and 10. There's Samuel again, this time left side. He puts the Thunderbirds out to the 47. Big 3rd and 1. Quick pass right side. Thomas can't hold on to it, but Toronto's going to go for it. 4th and 1. This is a huge play in the game. Quick pass right side and is caught by Samuel. He does move the chains. Keeps the drive alive. Now out to the 40. Fitzpatrick to throw. He finds Thomas across the middle. He's going to get away from the defense. And out to the 21 is Toronto with a nice comeback drive here. First and 10, brings the formation tight. Fitzpatrick to throw again. He's going to be pressured, but he's going to roll to his right, and he's going to fire this one to the bench, live to find another down. Second and 10, they go back to the ground game. Gibson shakes the tackle, picks up 6. He's up to 56 yards on the day, but now it's 3rd and 4. Thunderbirds go empty. Fitzpatrick in the pocket is collapsing, moves to his left, actually going to take off and run for it, and nobody is home for Fitzpatrick. He finds the end zone. Touchdown Thunderbirds as they answer back with a nice touchdown drive of their own, but they're down 22-20. 8:40 to go left in this ball game. Jaguars now with the football, 2nd and 9 at their own 26, and Lawrence is taking a deep shot downfield, and this one is almost caught by Robbie Anderson. Now 3rd and 9. Thunderbirds could really use a stop right here, as Lawrence going to be pressured, throws this one to the bench, and they get it. So the Thunderbirds now only down by 2, back with the football here. It's now 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick going to be brought down in the backfield. The former Patriot Lawrence guy who's had a couple of big plays today makes another. And now it's 3rd and 13 for the Thunderbirds. Fitzpatrick throws left side, had a man McLaurin open, but just misfires. And now they give the ball back to the Jaguars. They now have 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They hand it off to Robinson, who picks up 4. And now it's 3rd and 6. Big down for the Thunderbirds, about 6 to go in this ball game. They bring pressure. It's not getting home, but now finally breaking through. And Lawrence couldn't find anybody and throws it to the bench. So that'll be a punt away to Toronto. Less than 6 minutes to go. Gibson fields this one at his own 28-yard line. And he's going to push it up to the 37, which is where Toronto will start. This could be one of the last times they get the ball this game, so this need to make this a good drive. That's a nice quick hitter. Gain of 9 on the curl to McLaurin. Now 2nd and 1, they go to Gibson, and he's actually going to shake his way 3 and move it to the right side. Gibson with open space is going to find the end zone somehow. A 54-yard touchdown run for Antonio Gibson. And that's why he's the best back in the league. That looked like a dead play, but he somehow finds the end zone. And now the Thunderbirds up 27-22. As the Jaguars playing from behind is now 2nd and 4, almost picked off by Cameron Curl. Actually, Sean McVay wants to challenge it. He thinks Curl actually got his feet down, but on second glance, you can see didn't quite get the toes down, falls on his butt, and that is actually going to result in a play stand. Jaguars still with the football. Toronto Thunderbirds now down 1 timeout. But a big 3rd and 4. Lawrence takes a deep shot left side looking for Anderson, and he comes away with it. Moss is the defender down at the 9. That's why he is the best leading receiver in the NFL this year. Sets up goal to go now for the Jaguars. On the next play, there's a touchdown. Laviska Shenault in the end zone beats Trey Herndon. And the Jaguars, just like that, have regained the lead. 28-27. Actually going to go for 2 here. And Lawrence with a quick pass right side does get it to Shenault, so he completes the 8-point play. That's a 3-point lead by the Jaguars going into the 2-minute warning. Thunderbirds do have the football at the 39. A field goal ties it. But on 1st and 10, they're going to dump it off to Gibson, who's going to pick up about 5 of those yardages. Now 2nd and 5, Gibson to the right. Fitzpatrick with a deep pass to the right side. They can't connect with Samuel. And now it sets up a 3rd and 5. Trips to the right. Fitzpatrick, though, checks it down to Gibson, who catches it in front of Jack. And he wishes out to the 25. Less than a minute to go in this ball game. You have to think Thunderbirds could be thinking end zone, but this is not going to help. Sacked down by Davon Hamilton for the 2nd time today. Now 2nd and 15. Blitz coming from the right side. Here's Gibson underneath again. He's going to race forward inside the 10. Pushed out of the 9 with only 22 seconds to go. Thunderbirds have the field goal in their back pocket, but on 1st and goal, they're going to take some shots to the end zone. Here's Samuel underneath, and he's going to get to the 1-yard line before being tackled out. 1 yard to go. Handoff to Gibson. He's stuffed. That is a big play by Jack in the backfield. Now 3rd and goal. 13 seconds to go. It's a stretch run to Gibson, who has the edge and finds the end zone. Thunderbirds take a lead with 10 seconds to go. 34-30. Now the Jaguars with about 1 or 2 more chances. They do have 10 seconds. Lawrence is going to let his receivers go deep. This is actually going to be the last play of the game. Lawrence takes a deep shot on a Hail Mary, and it's incomplete. And this ball game is over. Thunderbirds With the come-from-behind victory, they come away 34-30, which turned into a phenomenal Thursday night battle. But the Thunderbirds' win streak continues. They are now 12-4. Jaguars, who are currently the 2 seed, now drop to 11-5. Gives probably the Bengals the 1 seed in the AFC, but these are two teams. I mean, it's hard to hang your hat on this one. These two teams could very much meet once more in the Super Bowl, as they're both playing at a very high level. Great game all around. Great win for the Thunderbirds. Fitzpatrick did have 2 interceptions. I'm not really going to count the arm punt one, but the pick six could have been backbreaking. But what grit and what fight from the Thunderbirds. They came back with a touchdown drive of their own and come away victorious. We did have one new injury this week, and it's to left tackle Donovan Smith. He's going to miss 3 weeks with a torn labrum. So we need a new starting left tackle. We do sign Alec Jackson to be some depth on that side of the football. In order to make room, we release halfback Josh Adams, so his time as the Thunderbirds come to an end. But on left tackle spot, our highest ranked left tackle is rookie Trevor Penning. And I don't know if he's quite ready for the spot. And since we're hunting for the playoffs, I'm actually going to try Emil Ekiyor Jr., who's had a lot of time at right guard this year. We're actually going to try him out at left tackle, try to swing him outside. Hopefully that allows our offensive line to keep playing at a pretty decent level. Week 17 is in the books. Let's take a look at some of the games, starting off with the Colts destroying the Dallas Cowboys 41-7. Wentz with 4 touchdown passes. This might not knock the Cowboys out of the playoffs just yet, but I mean, Mike McCarthy is on the verge of another late season collapse, and you have to think Jones would not be very kindly of that. Second game we look at, the Browns beat the Saints 37-31 in overtime. Saints with another tough effort. They're one of the teams I would not want to play down the stretch, but this Browns club playing at a high level as well. The Bengals, Jaguars, and Browns, in my opinion, along with the Chiefs, are the top of that side. But it's honestly a dogfight to see who comes out of the AFC. Next game, speaking of the Chiefs, they beat the Broncos 20-17 in a nice hard-fought battle. The Chiefs are probably going to march to another division win, but the Broncos, they've had a very good year. They'll make the playoffs as a wild card spot. I don't think it's quite their time yet, but this is a team to look out for, especially with Rattler underneath the helm. Next game we take a look at, the Raiders beat the Rams 21-13. That's kind of a big loss for the Rams. Rams fighting for a wild card spot. The Raiders basically knocked out of the playoffs, but the Rams could potentially make the playoffs, but this might hurt their chances a little bit. We'll have to take a look at the picture. And the next matchup, the Bears beat the Lions 30-17. Bears are one of the teams, along with us and the Packers, who are currently fighting for that 1 spot. We do control our destiny as a 1 seed. As long as we win next week, we get the spot, but the Bears are right behind us, and they could walk away with it. And then lastly, the Bengals beat the Ravens 35-14. The Bengals, they are the top team in that AFC side of things. Joe Burrow is having a phenomenal season, and the Ravens just having a hard time putting it together down the stretch and are in risk of missing the postseason. Here are your players of the week. Gibson did get it with 148 rush yards thanks to his big run, while Demario Davis, the Saints, got it with his interception. We saw Bradley Chubb in that game actually had 3 sacks and interception in the loss, and then Carson Wentz's 4 touchdown performance against Dallas gets him his award. So here's a look at the playoff picture going into the final week. We are still the 1 seed. Not a lot has changed, except now the Buccaneers are the 4 seed in the NFC, but a lot stays the same, and we control our destiny going into next week. Here's a look at how it stacks for us in case you're curious. We're 12-4. The Packers and the Bears are both 11-5, so we're not clinched the 1 seed. We're in good position, but we need a win next time out. And in Week 18, we will go to Tennessee to face these 6-10 Tennessee Titans. And despite a club that's probably underperformed this year, this is still a Titans team you don't want to take lightly, especially with Derrick Henry in the backfield. We've had a very good run defense all year, but we're going to have to do it one more time, especially against one of the best backs in the NFL in Derrick Henry. They still have Ryan Tannehill underneath center at 34 years old. You have to think maybe his time is coming to an end soon. We'll have to wonder if this is his last game as a Titan. Here is Derrick Henry, 28 years old, one of the top backs in the NFL. He is going to be who we game plan around, but you still got to worry about Julio Jones at the outside. He's still a very solid receiver, despite maybe not being as good as he once was, is still arguably a top 10. On defense, we're going to have a hard time of our own on the line as Jeffrey Simmons is going to be coming for our backfield. And then in the secondary, Kevin Byard, a great safety. It's going to be hard to establish that deep passing game with him back there. But we just got to win one more, and we clinched the 1 seed. We'll have to see if we can get it done next week. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thunderbirds, I will be finishing this season, and this will be it in case you missed out. So hopefully we can end with a Super Bowl run. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.